Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We've been getting a number of people that come in here with issues with their wrist and forearm. And some of these folks, typically folks that are working mechanics, they're doing a lot of wrist work, a lot of wrenching, that type of thing, carpentry. Even people who do weightlifting on a regular basis, they're starting to get pain in through these tendons right here that basically these muscles on this side of your forearm, they start over here at the medial side of the epicondyle of the humerus, and they reach down through the forearm, and the tendons all extend in through here and allow us to do wrist flexion and some of the finger flexion as well. So they're getting pain in through these tendinous areas of the wrist when they're trying to grip stuff. And so they're getting what they call tendonitis, wrist tendonitis, in these wrist flexors of these muscles in through here. So a great way to help alleviate some of this stuff is to use VOODOO Floss. So it's just this right here. It's just a band, a thin band of rubber, basically kind of like surgical tubing in a way. It's nice and flat. And what you do is you wrap it around the wrist. And here in just a minute here, I'll go ahead and wrap it around my wrist. And I'll show you a thing that you can do so that way it helps alleviate some of that problem with that wrist tendonitis in through there and give you better range of motion, decrease some of that pain in through there. All right, I've got my wrist wrapped up here with the VOODOO Floss. And essentially what I want to do is I want to take my wrist. Now this isn't where you're occluding a whole lot of blood. You want to let a little bit of blood flow going, so you don't want to have too much discomfort. But this is snug. You can kind of see it with my capillary refill here in my fingers that it's pretty snug. It's not allowing a lot of blood flow through there. So what this is doing, it's allowing. Remember, you have your skin, then you have the adipose tissue, then you have fascia and the muscle, and sometimes they no longer glide over each other very well. So that's what this is going to do. It basically compresses that area that you're having problems with in the wrist, those tendons, and you're going to take your wrist through the ranges of motion. So now this is extension, wrist extension, and I'm just going to oscillate back and forth through here in my wrist. Just back and forth. Can you see that there? So back and forth and through here to open up and release some of this tension and discomfort that you're having in these tendons in here, in the wrist tendons, right there. Just oscillating back and forth. And you're going to do that in different angles too. You can kind of see it here this way. I can even go this way. See this? I can oscillate in this direction. And then I can oscillate in this direction. And if I need to, I can tack my hand down like this and get into this direction. That. And I can do, again, in the wrist, this is wrist extension. And then I can deviate towards this way. If I need to, I can tack it down and deviate here, or I can deviate this way. So getting that wrist do. You can even do your ABCs with your wrist. So you take your wrist here and write your ABCs in this fashion to increase that range of motion in through there. Work this for 3 to 5 minutes, and then you take this sucker off, and you can see, you retest it after you're done, and you'll find that your range of motion now in the wrist is just that much better, and it alleviates some of that discomfort in those tendons that you're having problems with when you're lifting stuff or you're gripping something or you're trying to wrench something. So anyway, this is VOODOO Floss. This is we got this on Amazon. The brand is called Fitteroy, but otherwise it's you can use any other. Look it up, VOODOO Floss. That's VOODO. Excuse me, VOODOO. And so VOODOO Floss, look it up on Amazon. It's good stuff. And if you have any issues, drop them off in the comment section below. We thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section, And please like, subscribe, and share. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notifications button so you don't miss any videos coming up here in the near future. Anyway, we appreciate you for watching. We thank you. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.